Hey there, welcome back to Liz and Sandro's Marketing Podcast, where we cover digital marketing, social media, SEO, and more, all to help your small business stand out. Today we have our July social media roundup. Sandro has, I think, five updates, and then I will jump in with a sixth at the end.
Thanks, Liz. First off, my first and still favorite social media platform, Twitter.
Oh, Twitter.
As a recent headline in TheStreet.com said, something's cooking over at Twitter. Twitter seems to be on a hot streak in terms of popularity and profit. They have, for the very first time ever, turned an actual profit. And it also seems to be the communication tool of choice for our president, our commander-in-chief. Something else they're doing is really clamping down on spammers, bots, and trolls. So they're really cleaning Twitter up and making it just a friendly place again.
And I do appreciate that.
I've always said Twitter really took a turn for the less fun after the 2016 election. I still feel that way, but people seem to be coming around, and there seems to be a little more fun here and there. So there was even a trending hashtag Twitter lockout, as the great bot purge of 2018 also snagged some real users, and they were down for a little while, but back up shortly thereafter. In addition, and this leads into my second tidbit, Twitter and Facebook are now allowing you to see what ads an account is or has been running. All this is due to the shenanigans regarding the 2016 election.
Shenanigans is right, yes.
On Twitter, to find ads from any advertiser, all you need to do is search the Ads Transparency Center in Twitter for the specific user handle you're looking for, and it'll show you all the ad campaigns they have been running for the last 7 days. You don't even have to have a Twitter account to access this Transparency Center. Facebook is doing very similar. You can now go to any Facebook page, and on the desktop, look on the left column, you'll see a tab called Info and Ads. Click it, and you'll see all of the ads a page is currently running. Digiday recently went searching and found on a recent day, the New York Times was running 72 ads that day. BuzzFeed was running 82 ads that day. Fox News was running 3, and Business Insider had over 2,100 ads they were running. Actually, Digiday stopped counting after 2,100 because they were just tired of counting after that. So you can now see what and how many ads your competitors are running and what they look like. Third, a recent patent by Facebook turns on your phone's microphone to record your reaction to advertisements. So basically, when you're at home watching TV, an ad will come on TV, a commercial. It'll send a high-pitched sound, one that cannot be heard by humans, but it activates the microphone on your phone for Facebook, and it begins recording what you say during that commercial at home.
Creepy.
Facebook says it will never actually use this technology, though.
Sure, Facebook.
Our fourth and fifth stories are on Instagram. First, you can now post popular music to your Instagram story. Facebook has worked out an agreement with record labels to legally include music from many musicians and bands, including Bruno Mars, Dua Lipa, Calvin Harris, and Guns N' Roses. So you can add them to your story legally, and they will not be deleted.
Is that how you say her name? Dua Lipa?
I was afraid you were going to ask that. I don't know. I've actually never heard of her.
She has some catchy songs.
All right. I love Drake's new album, I'll tell you that. Our other Instagram story, IGTV is out. Instagram TV is a new long-form video app built into Instagram that lets you record for up to 10 minutes for everybody, or up to an hour for select users. All of this video is vertical. And there's some great stories we'll link to on our website, that discuss the future of television is vertical, and they make a great argument for it. Anyways, you can even create your own IGTV channel, just like on YouTube. One thing it doesn't have, though, are ads, but they're coming. Soon you'll be able to make money off of your IGTV channel and shows, just like in YouTube. So this is definitely a competitor to YouTube, one that Facebook has been looking for a long time. So if you've never had a YouTube channel, or if you have one now, you may want to think about creating an IGTV channel. Finally, Liz, let's mention the new Google Podcast app.
Yes, so Google finally has its own podcast app. I know that they are going to be making some changes to what's currently known as Play Music. I think it's becoming YouTube Music, if I'm correct. So at any rate, Google Podcasts is now its own separate app. When Sandro told me about this, I immediately downloaded it to my Android, and of course, I attempted to log into one of my Google accounts. And remember, and you're like, no. The intent is that for anybody, the intent is so that anybody can access it without an email address, because I have to be logged into one of my Gmail accounts to access everything through Play right now. So much like iTunes, it's just you download it and you have access to it. And I played around with it. I really like it. It's so much easier to use. So I'm pumped about that. My few rants are that so they have, they highlight sections. Top podcasts, trending podcasts, and comedy, politics. There's nothing for business. There's nothing for us, in the marketing space. So that's a bit of a disappointment. And also, I think this is more of a functionality of my actual phone. I cannot subscribe to podcasts. But again, I think there's something funky with the settings on my phone that I need to work through. But other than that, I really like it. It's
clean layout, it looked like.
Very clean layout. I can easily see what episode I'm in the middle of, what I've already listened to and what I have downloaded to come, if I want to pull up something in the car. So, yeah, I really like it.
Because I will tell you, the podcast app for the iPhone, and that's Android only, I believe.
I believe so. Yeah.
The podcast app for the iPhone is absolutely horrendous. Even the biggest Apple fanboys will tell you how horrible a job Apple has done with the podcast app. It's clunky, it's hard to use and manage, and I don't know why it keeps old podcasts that you've already listened to on there. So I have to manage my podcast through iTunes on my laptop, to be honest with you. So
that's inconvenient.
Yeah, so maybe they'll take a cue from Google Podcast app.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're on there. I don't know how we got on there.
We are on there. So, yeah. And please, if you are listening and you are an Android user, go check it out. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let us know if you're having issues subscribing because, it's not working for me yet. But, yeah, it's not just our podcast. Again, I can't subscribe to the Joe Rogan podcast either. So that wraps up today's episode. Lots of updates in the social media space. If you have experimented with any of these new tools, let us know. We would love to hear from you, and we'll definitely give you a shout out on the show. Don't forget to check out our website, themarketingpodcast.net. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We will include all of these links in the show notes. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.